Consistent people don't feel more motivated. They feel resistance, just like everyone else. The difference isn't discipline. It's what they do before motivation shows up, and what they don't do when it disappears. This video is about that moment. The moment most people quit, and consistent people quietly continue. The big misunderstanding. Most people think consistency comes from intensity, from wanting it badly enough, from pushing harder. But intensity is emotional, and emotions fluctuate. That's why people start strong and fade just as fast. Consistency doesn't come from force. It comes from the default behavior. Consistent people don't ask themselves, "Do I feel like doing this today?" They ask something much simpler. What happens next? What actually happens when you don't feel like it? When you don't feel like doing something, your brain is doing exactly what it's designed to do. It's conserving energy. Effort feels expensive. Comfort feels logical. This sensation isn't laziness, it's efficiency. The mistake most people make is treating feelings like instructions. They wait for motivation to arrive. They wait for the resistance to disappear. But resistance doesn't leave on its own. Consistent people understand something different. Feelings are information, not commands. They don't argue with resistance. They move before the feeling finishes its sentence. Discipline is not willpower. Willpower is unreliable. It weakens with stress, decisions, fatigue, emotional load. That's why relying on willpower works. Until it doesn't. Consistent people don't depend on willpower. They reduce how much of it they need. They don't make heroic decisions. The three-rule system consistent people use. This is the core. Not motivation, not intensity, a system. Rule 1, lower the starting cost. Consistent people start smaller than feels impressive. They don't aim for perfect workouts. They aim to show up. They don't aim to write for an hour. They aim to open the document. This removes the brain's main objection. This will take too much effort. Small starts bypass resistance. Rule 2, lock the time, not the mood. Mood is unpredictable, time is not. Consistent people don't wait to feel ready. They act at the same time, in the same context. Same place, same cue, same routine. Eventually the brain stops debating. It recognizes a pattern. Rule 3, stop when momentum appears. This part surprises most people. Consistent people don't always push harder. They stop early on purpose. Why? Because stopping, while it still feels manageable, makes starting tomorrow easier. Momentum should pull you forward, not exhaust you. Why this feels easier than motivation? Motivation asks questions. Do I feel ready? Do I have enough energy? Is this the right moment? Systems don't ask questions. They create certainty. When behavior becomes predictable, emotion becomes irrelevant. That's why consistency feels calm, not dramatic. The quiet truth. Consistency isn't heroic. It isn't loud. And it isn't motivational. It's quiet, predictable, almost boring. And that's exactly why it works. If you struggle with consistency, you don't need more motivation. You need fewer decisions.